Hi guys, we are going to start seated in the center of the mat. I will start on my shins because we are going to transition into a tabletop position in a moment. But of course you can land in any other seated position. So rest the hands on top of the thighs and close the eyes. And take a moment to bring awareness to the body. Find length through the spine. Relax the shoulders. Feel the hands heavy on top of the thighs. Start noticing your breath. Just observe the inhalations and the exhalations. And maybe simply by observing, the breath becomes longer, slower and deeper. Guide the air to the belly, so we are using diaphragmatic breathing. Filling up the body completely, so the belly, ribs and the chest. And then full long exhalation. And then drop the chin to the chest. And then guide the right ear to the right shoulder. Chin to the chest. Left ear to the left shoulder. Chin to the chest, right ear, right shoulder, drawing this half circle here. And then chin to the chest, left ear, left shoulder, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Chin to the chest and then right ear, right shoulder, hold here. Place the right hand on top of the left ear and extend the left arm to the left, walk the fingers away from you. You're just adding some weight on top of the head, without pushing or forcing, and keeping the right shoulder away from the ear. You can stay here or lift the left arm so it's parallel to the mat, and then flex the hand, so guide the fingers towards the body, and then point the fingers to the mat. So movement coming from the wrist, flex, and point, and keep guiding this right ear to the right shoulder, and again flex and then lower. To the other side, release the right arm and then circle the head to the left, left ear, left shoulder, and then place the left hand on top of the right ear, walking the right fingers away from you. Inhale and exhale. And either stay here or lift the right arm so it's parallel to the mat. And then flex the hand. And then point the fingers. And again, flex and point. Flex, hold here, inhale. And then as you exhale, release. And then release the left hand next to the hips. Find length through the body. And we are going to make our way into a tabletop position from here. So shoulders land on top of the wrist creases, hips on top of the knees. And 3 cat-cows here. Inhale, open the chest, arch the back, lift the tailbone, exhale, round the back body. Chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, open, arch the back, slide the shoulder blades to the spine, and then as you exhale, round the back body, creating space in between the shoulder blades. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. And then a neutral spine. Point the fingers towards the knees and 3 cat-cows here. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, open, arch. And then exhale, round the back body. One last time here, inhale. And then exhale, round the back body. And then a neutral spine. Release the hands so the fingers are pointing forward. And we are going to lift the right thigh so it's parallel to the mat. 90-degree angle, and once again arch the back. Tuck the left toes under. As you exhale, pull the right knee to the chest and then lift the left knee from the mat. Drop the left knee to the mat. And then lift the right thigh, the right knee, arch the back, toes reaching for the head. And then exhale. Round the back body, knee to the chest, lift the left knee. Drop the left knee one last time here, arch the back. Right toes reaching for the head, and then exhale, lower the right knee next to the left knee. To the other side, so the right toes are tucked under, and then inhale, lift the left knee from the mat, arch the back, lift the chest, exhale, left knee to the chest, lift the right knee from the mat, and then lower the right knee, arch the back, open the front of the body. And then as you exhale, left knee to the chest, lift the right knee from the mat. Lower the right knee, open the front of the body, arch the back. And then as you exhale, lower the left knee next to the right knee. Tuck the toes under and then shift the hips on top of the knees. Hands are next to the hips or palms of the hands together, completely up to you. You're going to lift the knees from the mat and then tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Lift. Palms of the hands together in front of the chest. Press the ball of the feet to the mat and start lifting, extending the legs. Stay on the toes, arms above the head, maybe lift the heels even higher. And then as you exhale, lower the heels to the mat and then hinge from the hips, hands drop to the mat. On your next inhalation, walk the hands forward, finding your plank position. Inhale here. Shoulders on top of the wrists, scoop the abs. Engage the glutes, the back of the thighs, and then exhale. Downward facing dog. And give yourself a few moments here. Maybe add some movement, bending one knee at a time or nodding the head from side to side. You can also stay still if that feels better. As always, feel free to bend the knees, externally rotating the shoulders, pressing the palms of the hands to the mat, so maybe you can find even more length in your back, lifting the hips up and high. Pulling them to the back. Take one more inhalation and one more exhalation. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. And then take a few steps or one big step in between the hands, maybe hop, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, deepen the standing forward fold. On your next inhalation, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head, gaze on your fingers, maybe arch the back slightly, and then as you exhale, bend from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, hands drop to the mat. You can step into your plank and then make your way into a chaturanga or bend the knees, and by the time the toes touch to the mat, the elbows bend. So we are hopping into chaturanga, and then inhale, upward facing dog. Engage the glutes, pull the shoulders to the back. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Meet the shape. Stay with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. You can step or you can hop this time, bending the knees, hopping the feet in between the hands, halfway lift. And then exhale, deepening the standing forward fold. On your next inhalation, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head, maybe small arch of the back, lift the chest. And then exhale, hinge from the hips, hands drop to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Once again, we are hopping. If you prefer to step back, absolutely. So find your chaturanga. Pull the elbows to the back. Hug the rib cage. Inhale. Upward dog. Lift the thighs and the kneecaps from the mat. You can look to the ceiling, but keep the back of the neck long. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And once again, a few breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, ripple forward, finding your plank position. And we are lowering on our bellies. So again, if you need, drop the knees on the mat, otherwise stay in your plank. Without lowering the hips first, start bending the elbows and then lower the whole body as one to the mat. Slide the forearms to the mat. Elbows land under the shoulders. The top of the feet press into the mat so you engage the glutes, and then press the elbows down and almost as if you could drag them to the back. Just one inhalation here. And exhale. Adjust the right forearm so it's kind of diagonal, so the right fingers are reaching to the left top corner of the mat. And then bend the left knee, extend the left arm to the back, grab to the left foot, and then pull the left heel to the glute. Make sure that you're not collapsing here with the chest, so press the forearm to the mat and then lift the chest. Option to hold here. Or if you are with me, you will press either the ankle or the top of the foot into your hand, and then see if you can lift the left thigh from the mat. And then see if you can lift the right leg from the mat. Finally, maybe extend the right arm forward and hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything to the mat, once again pulling the left heel to the glute. And then extending the left leg, lowering the left forearm to the mat, and we go to the other side. So bend the right knee. Right hand reaches for the right foot and pull the right heel to the glute. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Chest lifted. And again, option to stay here or press the top of the right foot into the hand. Maybe lift the thigh, maybe lift the left leg. And then maybe extend the left arm forward and hold here. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest. And then with the next exhalation, lower everything to the mat. Once again, guiding the right heel closer to the glute, lifting the chest a bit more. And then releasing the right leg, lowering the forearms to the mat so they are parallel to each other. Feet as wide as the hips. And then we are making our way into a puppy pose. At the beginning, press just the fingertips to the mat, so you can bounce the chest up and down, allowing the sit bones to open to the ceiling, the hips on top of the knees, just up and down a few times. And then stop the movement, palms flat on the mat, lower the chest to the mat. Maybe lower the chin on the mat or the forehead. Arms extended next to the ears. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck the toes under and then slide the hips on top of the heels. Once again, making your way into a toe stand. Once again, we are lifting the knees from the mat. Palms of the hands together in front of the chest. And then on your next inhalation, start making your way into a standing position. Stay on your toes. With the next exhalation, drop the heels to the mat, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. And then walk the hands to the front of the mat. Find your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, look to the front of the mat and then step or hop in between the hands, but keeping a bit of space in front of you. Halfway lift and then exhale, deepen the standing forward fold. Inhale, make your way into a standing position. Arms above the head. Once again, lift the toes. Lift the heels. Stay on the toes. And as if you were sliding the imaginary wall, lower the hands in front of the chest. Shift the upper back to the space behind you. And then start lowering. Lower the knees to the mat, the shins, the top of the feet. And then the hands either come on the hips or you can extend the arms forward. And think of creating this long line from the knees to the crown of the head. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the glutes. And then start leaning to the back without hinging from the hips and forward. And again, to the back and forward. To the back and forward. Tuck the toes under, hands in front of the chest, and then lift the knees from the mat. Press the ball of the feet to the mat, and then start lifting, making your way into a standing position. Arms above the head, maybe lift the heels even higher. Once again, lower the palms of the hands in front of the chest. Once again, bend the knees, shift the shoulders, the upper back to the back. Hips drop on top of the heels. Lower the knees to the mat. Once again, make your way into this kneeling position. Okay, and then arms extended in front of you, palms of the hands together in front of the chest, whatever works. Once again, lean to the back. And this time, see if you can drop the head to the back, as if the head was reaching for the heels. And then lift, stay low. So just the upper part of the back is moving. Lift the chest, arch the back, and then find flat body. Well, not flat body, length from the knees to the crown of the head. And once again, arch, lift the chest, and then lift. Okay, shoulders stay on top of the hips. And hips land on top of the knees. Tuck the toes under. Once again, lower the hips on top of the heels. And then once again, we are lifting the knees. Open the chest. Press the toes, the feet to the mat, heels lifted. Start making your way into a standing position. Arms above the head. And then as you exhale, lower the heels. Drop the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. crow pose as an option, otherwise just step back or jump back into chaturanga. If you are with me for the crow, knees on top of the triceps, palms flat on the mat, fingers grabbing to the mat, pull the heels to the glutes. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, lift the right foot from the mat and then open the hips. Bend the right knee. Right knee is pointing up, right heel to the glute. And then drop the right foot to the space on the left. Wild thing. Left leg is extended, the right fingers are reaching to the back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the hips to the mat. If you want to adjust on the mat, like I just did, you can move. So we are back on the mat. Right foot is on the mat, left leg is extended. See if you can lift the left leg from the mat. And then shift the weight with or without the use of the hands. On the right foot, lift the hips and lower. So if you need, you can place the hands next to the hips. And again, lift and lower, lift and lower. Step the left foot to the mat, the right foot next to the left foot, hands next to the hips. And then on your next inhalation, lift the hips, drop the head to the back and hold. The kneecaps are tractioning forward. And then pull the right knee to the chest. As you exhale, lower the top of the right foot, the right shin, maybe even the right knee on the mat as you press the hips up, finding length through the right quad. Okay, press into the left foot. Once again, right knee comes close to the chest. Extend the right leg. Lower the hips to the mat. Extend the arms forward and find your Navasana. Palms facing each other. Open the chest, widen through the collarbones. And then cross the right ankle in front of the left one. And we are making our way into a crow pose from here. So hands come back to the mat. Knees rest on top of the tricep. Maybe just shift the weight forward. Keep the chest open and press the back of the heart, the space in between the shoulder blades to the ceiling. If you want to lift the feet, pull the heels to the glutes. Don't allow the elbows to open. And then lower the feet to the mat. Start extending the legs. We are making our way into a standing position facing the back of the mat. Shift the weight on the left foot. Pull the right knee to the chest. Palms of the hands together. And then as you exhale, step back into your low lunge. So we are lowering the right knee to the mat, pressing the hips forward. With the exhalation, cactus out the arms, elbows come close to the hips, to the waist. Inhale, arms above the head. And again, lift the chest, cactus out the arms. This time maybe squeeze the right heel to the glute. And then extend the arms, extend the right leg. Once again, maybe bend the right knee as you repeat the same movement of the upper body. Lift the chest. And then extend the arms. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Right fingers reaching forward, left to the back. Stay here. Or shift the hips slightly to the back. And guide the left hand on top of the right calf or the ankle, reaching the right fingers to the back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, release. Drop the hands to the mat. Lift the right knee. Step the left foot next to the right foot. Find your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot from the mat. Bend the left knee, open the hips. Left kneecap is pointing up. And then drop the left foot to the space on the right, extending the right leg, extending the left arm, finding your wild thing. Keep lifting the chest to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand to the mat. Sorry, actually we are coming back. We are staying in a wild thing, and then with the exhalation, lower the hips to the mat. Once again, you can adjust your body so it's on the mat. Left foot is flat on the mat, and we are going to lift and lower the hips 3 times. You can place the hands next to the hips. Press the femur into a hip socket and engage the top of the right thigh. And then shift the weight on the left foot and lower. And again, lift and lower, lift and lower. Lower the right foot to the mat, the left foot next to the right foot, hands under the shoulders, fingers pointing forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Maybe drop the head to the back, engage the glutes, the inner thighs, and just hold here. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the left knee to the chest. And then with the next exhalation, lower the top of the left foot and the left shin to the mat. Maybe the left knee reaches for the mat as well. And press the hip bones forward and up. Keep lifting the chest. Okay, one more inhalation here. And one more exhalation. Press the right foot to the mat and then pull the left knee to the chest. Extend the left leg. Lower the hips to the mat. Extend the arms forward. Palms are facing each other. And then extend the right leg, finding your Navasana. Scoop the abs, pull the shoulders to the back and hold. Inhale. And then as you exhale, cross the left ankle in front of the right one. Lower the hands to the mat. Maybe crow pose, so the knees are on top of the triceps. And then shift the chest forward. Elbows are pointing to the back. Lift the heels from the feet from the mat, heels to the glutes. Just one inhalation. And exhale, lower the feet to the mat as you extend the legs. We are making our way into a standing position, shifting the weight on the right foot, pulling the left knee to the chest, palms of the hands together. And then hinge from the hips to step the left foot to the back, lower the left knee to the mat, find your low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus out the arms, lift the chest. And then inhale, extend the arms. Stay with it or bend the elbows, and this time squeeze the left heel to the glute. Lift the chest, press the hips forward, and then extend the left leg, extend the arms. One more time. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, maybe heel comes closer to the glutes. And then extend the left leg, arms above the head. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Right fingers reaching to the back, right shoulder blade to the spine, left hand forward. Stay here. Or shift the hips slightly to the back, lower the right hand on the left ankle, and then guide the left arm above the head and to the back of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, release the position and then lower the hands to the mat, framing the right foot. Lift the left knee, step the right foot next to the left foot, find your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Walk the hands to the back of the mat, towards the toes. And then on your next inhalation, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head. Okay, with the next exhalation, Lower the hands in front of the chest, start lifting the heels. We are going to play with a Sissy Squat. So lower the hands next to the hips and then strong glutes. Start guiding the knees forward. Lower the hands on top of the heels and then drop the knees to the mat. Open the chest, find your camel pose. Press the hips forward, glutes are engaged. And then on your next inhalation, release. Lower the hands to the mat, the top of the feet to the mat. Bend the elbows, make your way on your belly. Press the fingertips next to the edges of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, engage the glutes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And then bend the right elbow pointed to the right as you start lowering the right side of the chest, twisting the chest to the left. Lift the left foot from the mat and then step the left foot to the outside of the, behind the right thigh. Just one in breath. And then as you exhale, lower everything to the mat. Place the hands next to the rib cage. Press up, tabletop position, tuck the toes under. And then make your way into your toe stand. We are making our way into a standing position. You are still on the toes and we are going to repeat everything on the other side. So you are staying on your toes. The crown of the head is reaching up. Release the hands and then strong glutes. The knees come in front of the toes. Lower the hands to the ankles and then make your way into a camel pose as you drop the knees, lift the chest. Keep lifting the chest, finding length in the lower back. And then release the camel pose. Lower the hands to the mat, the top of the feet to the mat, bend the elbows, lower the chin, the chest, the pelvis to the mat, extend the top of the feet on the mat. Press the fingertips next to the edges of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, and then bend the left elbow. Actually, no, we are coming back. Once again, lower the chest to the mat. Inhale, lift. And this time, bend the left elbow pointed to the left, open the chest to the right, bend the right knee, and then step the right foot to the space on the left, twisting the chest to the right. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower everything to the mat. Place the hands next to the rib cage. And then sit back into your child's pose. Slow down the breath. Option to stay in your child's pose, or we are going to make our way into a headstand. So you can walk the hands, the forearms, the elbows a bit closer to the body. Interlace the fingers, and some people like hiding this pinky because otherwise it just hurts them, it's painful for them. So you can do that. For me, it makes me feel more stable, more grounded. And then the distance in between the forearms is as wide as the length of the forearm. Okay, and we are going to make our way on our knees, tuck the toes under, drop the crown of the head, and important, crown of the head, not the forehead, to the mat, into this basket that you have created with your arms. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips from the mat, and then start walking the feet towards the body. Maybe this is as far as you're going to go. You're pressing the forearms to the mat, the weight of the body is not on the head. Then you can pull one heel to the glute, the other one. Maybe you will pull both of the feet to the glutes. Or maybe you are going to start lifting the toes from the mat. Pressing the elbows down. making your way into your headstand. You can extend the legs, but you don't have to do that. Stay with the breath. Find length through the body. And then with the next exhalation, start lowering with control. Lower the knees to the mat. And then lift the chest. Inhale, arms above the head. And then as you exhale, find your child's pose once again. Inhale. And exhale. Lift the chest from the mat. Cross the ankles under the glutes and make your way into a seat on the mat. Move forward so you have some space behind you. Extend the arms in front of you and then make your way on your back body. Pull the knees to the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, extend the right leg on the mat, right hand on the left knee. Cactus out the left arm. And then guide the left thigh across the body, finding your spinal twist. And then one more inhalation here. One more exhalation. Release the twist. Pull the left knee to the chest, pull the right knee to the chest, extend the left leg on the mat, cactus out the right arm. And then guide the right knee across the body, finding your spinal twist, keeping the right shoulder blade on the mat. Inhale. And exhale. And then come back through center. Pull the left knee in. One hand on each knee. Keep the knees together and start circling. Circle the knees to one side. To the other side. And then with the next exhalation, extend the legs and make your way into your Shavasana. And take your time to adjust your body here, so maybe a blanket under the knees or the pillow under the head. You can also place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Maybe some kind of support under the elbows. And just let the breath flow naturally. Stay aware of it. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to the breath. And come back to the body. If you want to stay in your Shavasana longer, as always, take your time. And if you feel ready, start bringing gentle movements into the body. Wiggle your fingers and the toes. Maybe move the ankles, the wrists. Nod the head from side to side. You may stretch on the mat, or you may pull the knees to the chest. Maybe roll on the side into a fetal position where you can stay longer. And then when you feel ready, make your way into a seat. And if you need more time in this transition, of course, take your time. We are going to finish the practice with alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. So if you need to adjust the body in this seat to feel supported, take your time. And then place the right hand next to the right thumb next to the right nostril. Hide the middle and the index finger, and then place the ring finger next to the left nostril. And instead of moving the head forward, fingers reaching for the nose, not the other way around. I will be counting both inhalations and exhalations for 4. So we are blocking the right nostril. Inhale, left one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the left, open the right one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right nostril, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the right, open the left one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the left one, open the right one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the right, open the left one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block both, open the right one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the right one, open the left one, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release the right hand, release the left hand on top of the thighs. Inhale through both nostrils, and then exhale through the mouth. Inhale through both nostrils, and exhale through both nostrils. Just come back to the natural breath. Notice the quality of the breath. And allow yourself to simply be. And then place the palms of the hands together in front of the chest. And thank yourself for this practice. Thank you so much. Namaste.